Hi guys, welcome back again to my channel. In this tutorial I'm going to be showing you the continuation of how to cut a corset. We did this in our previous video, so do well to go back to my previous video and check how we cut these corsets, okay, so that you know where we are coming from. So we already did the preparing of the cup. I think that was where we stopped in our previous video. So in this video I'll be showing you how to sew this corset and how to do your draping on your cup. All right, so the first thing we want to do right now is to sew. We'll go to the machine and then sew our material cup. All right, just sew it down like this. Remember how we cut the circle? So you take it to the machine and just join it at the middle. So this is it after joining it. All right, this is it after joining it. So I'm just going to use it to cover up the cup like so. It's either you do it vertically like this, in a way that the lines are going to be vertical, or you can turn it horizontally like so. All right, I prefer making it horizontal, so I'm going to make sure that the edges of my cup are matching, um are on matching lines with the horizontal line that I stitched down. So I'll just arrange it. All right, so I'll just arrange it like this. So just go ahead and arrange yours the way you want. Just make sure it is equal. So I'll use a pin to pin it down. All right, just watch the way I am trying to arrange this cup in order to make it straight without having rough patches at the edges. Remember, this cup is in a round form, so you want to make sure that every part is smoothly and neatly sewn down. So this is me taking time to neatly arrange my cup and make sure that everything is properly laid flat. Now you see this part that I joined together. I needed to make sure that is on a straight line. So guys, now you take it to your machine and just sew it all around like so. And then you do the same thing for the second cup, okay? Exact thing you did on the first cup, you're going to repeat it on the second cup. Now I am done sewing round, and I'll just take off my pin and then use my scissors to just trim out the edges. Okay, just go ahead and trim off the edges, the excess, trim them off to the exact size of your cup. Whatever you're doing on one cup, make sure you're repeating the same thing on the second cup. So this is what it looks like. This is the outcome of the cup, and this is the inside. Now I've also gone ahead to cut out my lining. I should have said this earlier. So this is the lining. You will do the same thing. Go to your machine and also sew it down the same way you did for the main fabric. You're going to do the same thing for the lining. Now the next thing I want to do is to start making my drapes. So I'm going to be working with this horizontal line that I stitched down. So I'll be using that as my landmark. So the first thing, you just get a fabric. Just get a random fabric, no exact measurements. I just cut out a rectangular kind of fabric like this. So all you need to do is to fold the first pleats inward. Just fold the first pleats inward. You can use your machine to hold it down. All right, if you're a beginner, you can use your machine to hold it down. If you're not sure, you can handle that pleat. So I'm going to be starting from one edge and then to the other edge, and I'll be making it carefully with my free hand. Just watch what I am doing. I'm sure you would understand it very well. So first thing first, I want to start from that horizontal line at the top. I'll use a pin to hold the both sides down. I'm holding the right side with a pin and also the left side with a pin. So now this is going to help you. That first pleat you made is going to give you a guide, and it's going to help you to start draping the remaining pleats. So you just go ahead. Once you drape the second pleat, use a pin and also hold it down. And then this is me making the third draping. You also pleat it over to the top, and then you hold it down again with a pin. So you keep doing these pleats, you keep making these pleats until you have exhausted your fabric, or you have gotten to the point which you feel like, okay, this is okay, the pleats are okay for you. So just work with your discretion and work with what you feel that you want. Okay, these are no particular number of drips that you want to do. So you just go ahead and start dripping. Gradually you'll be dripping. It's time consuming and it's a little bit stressful, but trust me guys, at the end of the day is worth it. So guys, you just take your time and do your dripping, and at the end of the day, I'm sure you're going to come up with something very neat and nice. So go to your machine and just use your machine to run it down to hold your pleats together. So guys, this is it. I'm done with the drips. I'm done with it, so I'm just using my hands to adjust it. It's adjustable, okay, because you did not sew on the cup directly, so it's very much adjustable. You can adjust it to any wave you want it. So now use your scissors to trim off the excess. All right, just trim off the excess like so. And this is it, guys. This is our cup, looking very nice. So the next thing I want to do is now to cover this cup with the lining. So right side facing right side. All right, just watch what I'm doing. It's self-explanatory. Right side facing right side. Remember, you're going to be working with that line. That line is going to help you, so make sure you stick it together on each other, and then you go to your machine and just sew it at the top. All right, you're not sewing round this time around, just sew at the top. And after sewing, you're going to trim off the excess just at the top parts. Okay, you're not trimming it all around, just at the top. And after doing that, you go to your machine and top stitch on the lining, not on the fabric. You just top stitch on the lining like this. So this is me after top stitching. It's going to help you balance up your lining towards the back. So with the help of my hemming gum, I'm going to be applying hemming gum underneath it, and then use my very hot pressing iron to press this down. Okay, now if you don't have a hemming gum, you can just go ahead and top stitch, and after top stitching you just use a hot pressing iron to press it down together. That can also work perfectly well. Now go ahead and trim off the excess just like this. Now the next thing is for us to work on the body of this corset. First of all, I have already gone ahead to iron a soft gum stay to the main fabric just to give it some kind of weight. All right, and also to the back as well. So just go ahead and do the same thing for yours. So now I already have my lining. I cut my lining the same way I cut the main fabric. So just place it right side facing right side like so. So I'll just go ahead and sew these three upper parts on the machine. I'll just sew them like this. But first thing, before you sew, I'm going to be attaching my darts and my boning channel to it, though I'm not going to be fixing a boning to this corset doesn't have a boning, but I just want to put that boning channel, all right, like a false boning channel. So I'll be using this bias cutout fabric. I'll fold it into two. This is about 1.5 inches, and I folded it into two. So I'll be using it to form the channel on these three angles like so. And then for the back panel, I also have my lining as well. Remember your cotton lining for all your pieces, okay? So I am going to be opening this back piece into two. Remember it has a zipper allowance. I added a zipper allowance while I was cutting. So I am going to be cutting the back into two. I'll just put that aside, and this is my front down parts. After turning the lining, you can see I only turned the upper parts, the 3 upper parts, and this is what it looks like. And I had to join the middle parts as well. Alright guys, so the next thing is to attach the cups to the corset bodies. So I'm going to fold this cup into 2 just to get the middle part of it, okay, because I want it to be equal. Alright, while I join the circle together, so I'm going to be placing it like so, middle to middle, and I'll just flip it over, right side facing right side. Alright, and then I will join this part to this upper end and also the other part to this upper end, and then I'll do the same thing for the other side of the cup. Do the same thing, middle to middle, and then you just join it all the way to the top part. Now I'll be holding this down with a pin. Okay, this is actually going to help you. It's going to help you to sew this neatly and make sure that it is equal. Now the back parts, I have done my finishing to the down parts, so you can see I have turned all edges, the upper parts and the zipper allowance area, and I've also gone ahead to attach my boning channel as well. So this middle part is going to be my zipper allowance, and now I'm attaching the down part of this dress to the upper part. That's the skirt part. I'm attaching it to the upper part. So this is it. Remember, it's this is a straight skirt gown. All right, so now one part to this other side, right side facing right side. Okay, just go ahead and join it the normal way you join your down bodies to your upper bodies. So I'll take this to the machine and join them up, and also add my zipper to the back. So this is the front parts, this is the upper part, and I've also gone ahead to attach the skirt parts to the upper corsets. So this is what it looks like, and then at the end of the day, you want to join your back and your front together using your measurements divided by 2. So just go ahead and join them together. After joining, you can decide to attach a sleeve to it. You can also decide to leave it like a tube corset, or you can also add your yoke to it. So this is the final look of this dress. So guys, I'm going to be leaving the link to the previous video where we actually cut this corset. All right, so please do well to check how to cut this corset before you can actually understand the sewing part of it. Thank you so much for watching. If you find this video very helpful, or you learned one or two from this video, please give us a thumbs up, share this video, comment, and please subscribe to this channel. Bye, and see you in my next video.